Hello, everyone. It's Nico here. I'm back. How you doing? It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. Oh, yes. I know. I'm just come here today to say thank you so much, everybody who's been listening to the podcast, and everyone supported me, and everybody who knows me, and everybody came to the interviews and as a guest, and those who interviewed me as well. So that is that. Yes, my voice sounded a little bit creaky because it's cold outside, and you never know what's going on these days. Every time you got a cold, people freak out, think they got coronavirus. Well, we had a coronavirus for years and years. Don't worry, they never put salt on it. Anyway, let's don't go there. So yeah, actually, I think there's so many things that we have to talk about, but not this year because the year is ending. So that's why I came here to say thank you. But next year, I think we're gonna be back with the hot topics. When I mean hot topics, I'm talking about. Let's talk about everything, everything, everything. When I mean everything, the world has been very, very uneasy, and people they kind of like we don't know what to talk about anymore. But let me tell you something. I have a lot to talk about. The life we're living, the lifestyle. It's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah, it's the same thing. Anyway, you understand what I mean. And what else? This coronavirus thing is getting my head now, so I'm just I think I'm gonna really start talking about this bullshit. And I mean, sorry about swearing, but it does my head in because I don't understand why they have different names every time something comes up. It's got a name, different countries coming this and this. Um, I'm not an expert, but I think that there's so much fear has been put on us and control, which means I'm gonna point out the reason why I'm a little bit angry is that I'm talking in aspect of refugees and asylum seekers. I think that's the purpose of this podcast anyway. Now they're asking refugees to have a vaccine passport, but they can't give them a real passport. You know what I mean? I'm like, are you serious? You want people to have a vaccine passport, but you can't give them the human right passport, the one that they can fly, they can work, they can be like you, but you want to give them the medical passport? Wow, how that works. These another topics are coming for next year, so I'll be talking to people about it. I want to hear your own thoughts on this and your views as well. So that is one of my first topic next year that I'll be talking about. What is the difference, this passport, medical passport, and a human right passport? You can't say to me, I have to apply for COVID-19 passport, but you can't give me a passport. Think about that. That is my worry. And the other thing, I think I'll be coming back, I'll be looking at how do we really I was worried about this thing, man. I've been out myself, I don't lie to you. I think there's a drinking culture problem in our communities and drug problem as well. Never been spoken out. We don't talk about these things, what I mean? Again, I'm not an expert, so I can't tell you why it's like that. But I can figure out one thing. I talk about myself. I think sometimes loneliness, it does make people get out and do stuff that they not really necessarily need to. Meaning like drinking a lot. That's another one. And thirdly, let's talk about African ladies. I mean, like, there's nothing wrong about that. I know there's lots of problems nowadays. You can't say ladies anymore because it's feminist. There's so many groups nowadays. You have to choose your words carefully. But I'm just saying African ladies because that's the way I like to express myself to my community. So I want to hear from them anything they want to share in life about men, about jobs, about life, how life is now living in Europe and stuff like that. And yeah, third one, because I've been collecting these ideas. So third one's going to be about food, actually. Vegetarians and vegans and people eat meat. I want to hear these three groups talking, debating about how to change what's the best diet and instead of division. And what else? Yeah, traveling. People been traveling. I don't think there's no. Let's don't talk about traveling because it's not good. It doesn't look good. So I'm gonna leave that aside. What about I like community work. I like gardening as well, and we need to talk about that. I think the main topic that is really bothers me all the time, and I'm gonna come back with it. I need to do some research on that. Is mental health. It is one of the biggest um, taboo or thing that in our community. When I mean our community, I mean the African community. We're not opening up properly how to discuss it, because we feel to be begin judged and stuff like that. But again, we're in the learning process, so let's don't judge each other, even those who are judging and those who've been judged. I think we need a balance between, so we can always say we're all learning this process, not to be judging each other, and then we'll get to it. So that's the update about the podcast when I come back next year. And I can repeat again, say thank you so much for everybody who's been listening, supportive, and people came to the interviews, and those who spoken to me, and those who are still waiting to listen to the podcast. You're welcome. So I don't want to talk too much now, because I already give you the most beautiful and exciting news for next year. So we can take it from there. For now, I can only wish you all the best and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Don't worry about what's happened right now. It will pass. Everybody's going to be happy next year. So, I think that's that for now. So, just look after yourselves, guys. And got any questions or any feedback and stuff, just go to www.wetalkpodcast.co.uk, or you can find me on Facebook, Siya Khuluma Podcast on Facebook, or find my real name, Nikon Lobo, which means that it's easy to find. And that's all. Thank you.